you are going after this prospect, you shouldn't just be using one strategy. You need to surround them in all media. Yo, what is up, Science of Flipping family? What is up, Science of Flipping family? It is Saturday morning, and I am going live here in the Science Flipping Academy group. This video also will be streamed out to YouTube as well, so make sure you're following me out in YouTube, Justin Colby VP. And as always, we share it on all platforms, Instagram, the Justin Colby. But I want to give you some incredible knowledge. This has been an incredible week. First and foremost, I am now married. This is a big revelation. Last weekend, I was able to marry my best friend, Stephanie, and she is amazing. And I am very, very happy that this has all transpired. Couldn't be a better time in life for me. So with that said, I was immediately married and immediately rushed back home because I had to give a mastermind to 50 agents and investors. And we spent a whole day reviewing several subject matters. But the thing I want to really bring home of a big takeaway for you guys, whether you're an agent or just an investor, either way, is the ability to surround your prospect. It doesn't matter, again, you can have a license, you don't have to be licensed. And the idea here is basically, if you are going after this prospect, you shouldn't just be using one strategy. You need to surround them in all media. And for the most part, you guys know, I'm a major champion of cold calling. I've always loved cold calling. I continue to cold call. It's how I got into the industry. But there are several components to cold calling. First of all, what list do you use? Where do you find the list? And I can give you all those resources. Secondly is, how do you find the numbers? Where do you skip trace those numbers? And then thirdly, how else can I get in front of them, which will be text messaging. And so you guys have followed me for a long time. And so I want to make sure you understand the resources that we use for all of these, but also this idea, if you are already cold calling, again, most agents are doing this actively, and some investors are, there is no reason you should not be also text messaging them. I say that because you're already doing the work of skip tracing it. This was a big revelation in this mastermind. Again, there was 58 realtors and investors in this room, and we spent 2 days in full with them. But this is one big takeaway that they all their light went on, like, oh man, I'm already spending the money to skip trace, and now I can actually surround them again with text messaging because I'm going to call them anyways. Some aren't going to answer. We all know that. Some are going to, let you leave a voicemail, etc. But you know what always has an open ratio is text messaging. And so it was something that I knew I had to bring out to you guys as something. I know a lot of my followers have heard me talk about cold calling. They know I've built a 12-person cold call floor. I also use VAs, and I'm happy to suggest any and all the software or services or companies. The VA company is an incredible company. I suggest you use them as well. But the idea of also surrounding that individual with the call and the text message, and I will be straightforward with you guys, you also should be potentially either knocking their door or sending them mail. In combination, you are surrounding them. And so somewhere on this video, we will have batch skip tracing is who I use to skip trace. And if you use TSOF promo code, they give you a discount. So just use it, take the discount, right? It's who I use, it's who skip traces for me. And then launch control. And you've heard me talk a lot about launch control. When you go there, you can't just use them. They're going to ask where you heard them. Use the Science of Flipping. They also are going to give you a discount. But this is such a simple implementation for those of you who are doing cold calling. Now, reverse it. Maybe you've been listening to me for the last 2, 3, 4 months, and you've been hearing me talk about the power of text messaging. Well, if you're already skip tracing that phone number, that address to find that phone number, then you absolutely should be calling them as well. There's no reason you should not. Now, that's where potentially you might have a virtual assistant company. The company I use is Riva Global. Riva Global. And, again, the code is Science of Flipping there. But Riva Global they're going to interview you. Are they going to be the right client? So I need you to remember, a lot of the weight they're going to take in is, I heard you from Justin Colby or the Science of Flipping, because they don't just want to take any and all clients in. They want to make sure it's going to be a good fit and they can provide a value for you. And what are you looking for? So there's going to be somewhat of an interview process for the virtual assistant company called Riva Global. And that's the team that does my cold calling for me right now. And so when you get there, make sure you suggest or mention Justin Colby or the Science of Flipping, because they want to make sure they understand what you're trying to do. Are you trying to manage current leads? Are you trying to manage inbound leads? Are you doing outbound leads? And so again, the big aha is don't just do one thing in this space. If you're already skip tracing for cold calling or for text messaging, just use the other side of it. It's super simple. And I promise you, because you start to surround these people, you will get better intake of leads and more intake of leads over time. And so my specific way of surrounding these people are cold calling, direct mail, and text messaging. I do it all the time, right? My mail house, I'm more than happy to, send me a direct message, because it's not a big company. It's a guy who has been doing this for 25 years. He's fantastic. So send me a message if you want to know who I use my direct mail house is. He's unbelievable. He is the cheapest I've ever found, but I've used him for 6 years and he is really good. So again, I hope this really enlightens you about this idea of if you're already cold calling, you need to also be text messaging. If you're already text messaging, you also need to be cold calling, because you're already skip tracing. Again, on this video, you see batch skip tracing. They'll give you a discount, promo code TSOF. You see launch control, Science of Flipping. They give you discounts because I've reached out to them to say, I have a really loyal tribe. They're going to use your service. Make it worth their while, right? So I hope this finds you guys well. It is Saturday morning. It is really early. I'm still drinking coffee. I hope you guys are too. But again, if you are not currently a part of the Science Flipping Academy, get over there and request to be a part of it. If you are not currently subscribed to my YouTube, get over there and subscribe to my YouTube and turn on notifications so you know when I drop a new video. And then if you're not following me on social media, you really need to, because I drop incredible dime pieces, some great knowledge. The Justin Colby on Instagram, the Justin Colby on Facebook. And I hope this helps. I'm going to continue bringing it back. Now that I'm officially married and I'm focused, I'm extremely focused this year, I'm going to be giving you everything I possibly can. So hopefully that helps, guys. I will see you guys on the next training.